In nature, there are journeys that unfold in such silence that we humans rarely notice them. Yet, hidden within these journeys are extraordinary secrets of life, transformation, and the power of creation. The journey of the butterfly is one of them, brief yet complete. Fragile yet magical, simple yet profound. It all begins on a warm morning, when the garden is still damp with dew. In that quiet space, a mother butterfly flutters, searching for the perfect place to begin the final mission of her life, to bring forth the next generation. She does not land by chance. The mother butterfly chooses with great care only the young leaves of the specific plant her caterpillars will be able to eat. For instance, the monarch butterfly lays its eggs only on the milkweed plant. The cabbage white butterfly chooses rapeseed and white cabbage. This selection is not random but an instinct passed down through millions of years of evolution. On the underside of a green leaf, the mother gently places each tiny egg, spacing them out to avoid overlap. Each egg is only about 1 to 2 millimeters long, as delicate as a morning dewdrop. But inside, thousands of cells are multiplying, preparing for the birth of a new life. Under ideal conditions, about 3 to 5 days later, or longer if the weather is cold, a small larva begins to stir within its shell. From the outside, you can clearly see its dark head and slight movements, a sign that life is about to burst forth. Then, a small crack appears. Little by little, the young caterpillar emerges, its body soft and pale. The very first thing it does is eat its own eggshell, its first source of nutrition, providing enough energy to begin its life. From that moment, its journey of growth begins. During the larval stage, a caterpillar has a single mission: to eat and to grow. It almost never rests. Every leaf, every green vein becomes its source of life. It may seem simple, but this is the most dramatic growth phase in the butterfly's entire life cycle. In just about 10 to 20 days, depending on the species, weather, and food supply, a caterpillar can increase its weight by hundreds, or even thousands, of times. However, as its body grows so quickly, its outer skin becomes too tight. Unlike humans, whose skin can stretch over time, the caterpillar must molt. This is a process where the old skin peels away, revealing a new, softer, brighter skin beneath, allowing it to continue growing. A caterpillar typically goes through 4 to 5 molts like this before it is ready for the next stage. Each molt is a rebirth, a step closer to a destination it does not yet know it is heading towards. When its body reaches its limit, the caterpillar's behavior suddenly changes. It stops eating, no longer interested in the tender leaves. Instead, it begins to move slowly, as if searching for a truly safe place. It might climb high or crawl down to the base of the plant, choosing a spot sheltered from wind and rain, hidden from the sight of birds, ants, and other predators. Then, using silk produced from its mouth, it secures itself, hanging upside down with its head toward the ground. At this moment, its body contracts, and the most magical transformation in the insect world begins: the pupal stage. The formation of the chrysalis. The transition from caterpillar to pupa is life's turning point. On the outside, the tiny chrysalis looks like a hardened droplet of water clinging to a leaf, showing no signs of movement. But inside, a biological revolution is taking place. Old tissues are broken down. The caterpillar's body nearly dissolves into a liquid like soup. From this, special cells called imaginal cells begin to work, reconstructing a completely new form: wings, antennae, compound eyes, flight muscles, and the entire body structure of a butterfly. This is one of nature's most wondrous miracles, a place where destruction and rebirth coexist within one tiny creature. The pupal stage can last from 7 to 14 days, depending on the species and climate. For species in colder regions, this period can extend for months. Throughout this time, the pupa is almost motionless. But inside, millions of biological reactions are constantly occurring. When the transformation is complete, the chrysalis shell thins, becoming almost transparent. One can see the colorful wings hidden within. And then, on a warm morning, the chrysalis gently trembles. A small crack appears, and from within, a new creature begins to emerge. The young butterfly is born. Free from its chrysalis, the butterfly's body is weak. Its wings are damp, wrinkled, and stuck together. It must remain still on the old chrysalis shell or a nearby branch. Waiting patiently, over the next few hours, it pumps fluid from its body into the veins of its wings, causing them to expand, flatten, and gradually dry in the sun. If, at this moment, there is strong wind, heavy rain, or harsh sunlight, the butterfly could be injured or become unable to fly. It is a life or death stage, where even a small mishap could end a journey that has just begun. When its wings are completely dry, the light reflects off them, and their colors burst forth: orange, blue, purple, yellow, black, each species its own masterpiece. And then, the butterfly takes its first wingbeat. From a creature that could only crawl on leaves, it has now become a symbol of freedom, a traveler of the sky. The adult stage begins. The butterfly uses its long, coiled proboscis to sip nectar from flowers, both fueling itself and unintentionally carrying pollen from one blossom to another. It is thanks to this that millions of plant species are pollinated, helping to sustain the food chain, balance the ecosystem, and nourish the world that humanity enjoys every day. Few people realize that if butterflies and bees were to disappear, hundreds of plant species would gradually vanish with them. Yet, the lifespan of a butterfly is very short. Most species live for only 1 to 3 weeks. During that time, they focus on just 3 things: finding nectar, finding a mate, and reproducing. A few special species, like the monarch butterfly, can live up to 8 months. They migrate over 2.500 miles, crossing mountains, forests, and storms to reach the warm lands of Mexico for the winter. That journey is longer than the entire lifespan of most of their kind. The entire life cycle of a butterfly, from the time the egg is laid until it dies, lasts only about 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes even shorter in harsh environments. But in that brief time, it has fully completed the evolutionary cycle entrusted to it by nature: to be born, to grow, to transform, to fly, and to create new life. Looking back, we see the butterfly's life cycle as a complete symphony of nature. Each stage, egg, larva, pupa, adult, is a distinct note, blending together into a song of life. From a tiny, weak creature, it becomes a symbol of beauty, of freedom, and of inner strength. And perhaps, hidden within this journey is a lesson for humanity itself: to be able to fly, we must first dare to change. To shine, we must accept the days spent hidden in darkness. Just like the chrysalis that seems so still, it is in those quiet moments that all magic is formed. Perhaps each of us is also in our own chrysalis. It could be a period of difficulty, loneliness, or stagnation. But if we are patient, if we have faith, and if we continue to grow, one day, we too will spread our own wings. We will fly, radiant and free, and live as fully as that small butterfly. That is the journey of the butterfly: a short life, but a beautiful testament to the power of nature, to rebirth, to patience, and to the beauty that comes from change.